Me salvaste. Ningún problema. Should kill the alarm. Back up to take como mierdas. That's not good. You got something for me?
Danny, I heard there's been sightings of a big jaguar down near San Pedro. Watch your back if you head that way.
Thank you.
just sign on. You came through for us here, Rojas. Big time. Oh yeah, compadre. Best way to resupply? Take it from your enemies. There's an airdrop inbound, and it's ours if you can get there first.
Thank you.
That Don Royale?
Suerte. Buen trabajo. We're cutting out steel supplies.
Nah.
That weapon away! Now! You are wrong!
Got eyes on an engineer.
Guerrilla. Got word that soldiers at the checkpoint are just dragging people out of their cars. We even heard of secret executions. Clear it out.
Power for the wrong reason in some cases. A lot of these YSL members, they starting to sound like goofies to me. They starting to sound like do-boys. It's a shame that when you're out in the free world, when you're out on the streets, you're growling at niggas, throwing up gangs, I'm talking about what you gonna do when you see me, and all that popping you at the club. The moment you get arrested, you flip the script on the guy that was feeding you just to get a lot of cities like that's about outside. That's what I don't like. I guarantee you, most of these dudes who are taking a plea deal, you don't read about them committing.
What is with Maldito?
I guarantee you,
This place
half
is
of these
giving me
guys
the
will
creeps.
be executive assistant. And they know that. So they can flip the script on Young Thug all they want. They can say Young Thug made me do it. Young Thug was the cause of my criminality. Young Thug is locked up. We're gonna see how y'all behave like a superstar. If y'all guys decide that it wasn't Young Thug, it's a you problem. And you gotta be held accountable for it. Can't get out of jail free for like the prosecution and guy. I don't like that at all. If we rolling with Young Thug, we high and mighty with him, we get paper with him, we get notoriety, then y'all gotta be willing to hop on that shit and see with him. That's how I feel about that. So as I sit back and I look at this case, the prosecutors are gonna try to paint Young Thug as a killer, a gang leader, and a drug kingpin that forced YSL members to commit crimes for him. And I don't think that's right. I think these guys was willing participants. I think Young Thug did have a hand in every crime that YSL committed. He was a rapper. He was running a record label. I refuse to believe that Young Thug had every hand in every crime that YSL committed. That's not even possible. So I think Young Thug is the scapegoat. I think many people is looking at this case saying, hey, I did this crime, but I do got some info on Young Thug. I can get a state, so I'm willing to take the 15 years probation. And I think the state is handling this case real sloppy. I don't even think Young Thug is getting a free trial. Now, don't get me wrong. If Young Thug committed these crimes, he deserves to be in jail, but I'm also a component of free trial, fair trial as well. So I think Young Thug is getting the short end of the stick. Now, this is what I got to say about Young Thug. I look at you on a surface level. Millionaire, got your own clothing brand, own record label. Why did you choose to surround yourself with these guys? Because they ain't solid at all. Even your right-hand man, you shouting down the songs, even they told on you. Gunna folded. He said YSL was a gang. I don't really think that's snitching, but what I do think that did, Young Thug, you're going to get a racketeering charge. You're going to get a gang-enhanced racketeering charge for real. Because everybody that copped the plea admitted that YSL was a gang, and they admitted that they know crimes you committed. So what you think they're going to happen at trial? Everybody that copped the plea, they going to have to come back and testify against Young Thug about what they know. Gunna, Slum Life Shawty, Lil Duke, YSL Tick, Antonio Sledge. All you guys who copped the plea, get to go back home with your family, kiss your girl, play with your kids. When it's time for trial, we gonna see who the real rats are. We gonna see who the weak link is. So we gonna see if Gunna gonna testify. Because I think Gunna is gonna get to go to trial, and I think he's gonna take his Fifth Amendment. I think he's gonna do that for sure. But Antonio Sledge and YSL Tick, they are gonna testify, and their testimonies is gonna put Young Thug away for life. I'm not exaggerating. Watch what I tell you. So if you Young Thug, you might have to get these boys up out of here. I'm just saying. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on this whole situation. But I want to know how you guys feel. Do you think Young Thug should take a plea deal if it's offered, or do you agree with his father? Young Thug is innocent, so he ain't taking no plea deal. Let me know in the comment section. Be sure to share this video. I love you guys. Peace.
Number one focus is targeting gangs, and there's a reason for that. They are committing conservatively 75 to 80% of all of the violent crime that we are seeing within our communities.
But be aware that you have the right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself while you are there, and anywhere else that you say can be used against you.
They pull up like right here. They was just shooting it like, sideways behind the car.
You better watch the way you breathe around me, for that breath be your last, boy. Smith & Wesson 45 put a hole in his heart, better not play with me. Killers, stay with me. I shot at his mommy, now he no longer mentioned me.
What the hell is going on with YSL? Why did y'all let Young Thug record that song? And why did y'all let him release it?
Social media is a wonderful tool for prosecutors in every indictment we bring nowadays.
What's up, fam? This your boy Cut to the Chase TV. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and be sure to share this video. I got some news for you niggas today. New details have emerged into the YSL RICO case after 9 co-defendants has taken a plea deal and basically blamed Young Thug for everything. They said he was the leader. They said he committed murders. They said he had trap houses. And now you even got one defendant saying Young Thug was a drug kingpin. Now we seen Antonio Sledge in court the other day. Young Thug top hitter. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Heavy nigga with a light voice. He in there sounding like Mike Tyson. He was so scared. And then we seen Young Thug right-hand man, YSL Tick, go to court and tell everything. This the same dude Young Thug was shouting out in the song. Yo, Tick gon' flip you. Tick got the chopper. Tick gon' rob her. Tick gon' fold. Cause when it's time to face the RICO, he told everything. We see him in court. Are you guilty? Yes. Did Young Thug do that? Yes. You know he was a snitch because the answers was too hard at the end of his answers. Did you commit this murder? Yes. So you know he telling. So I look at it like Young Thug. Young Thug is facing all these charges. Everybody else is getting plea deals. Everybody else is getting probation. It seems like all they have to do is say, Young Thug made me do it. And they're going to say, okay, you gonna get 10 years probation. Just come testify against Young Thug. And I don't like that at all. I think that compromises the integrity of the case. Because I look at it like this. If Young Thug is guilty, he deserves to be in jail. But I also feel like if the other guys committed crimes, they deserve to be in jail as well. They just can't get off on plea deals by saying, Young Thug made me do it. Because now you're giving them an incentive to throw Young Thug under the bus. These are grown-ass men. So they got to be held accountable. We got to be able to look at them and say, these are the consequences for your action. We get it, Young Thug has the money. We get it that Young Thug was a leader. But ain't nobody forced you to do it. Y'all chose to be up under Young Thug. Y'all chose to be YSL. Y'all chose to go to war in the streets of Atlanta. So now when it's time to face the jury, it's time to face the trial, time to face the music, y'all want to put it all on Young Thug like Young Thug is just an animal. I think every last one of you guys should be ashamed of yourself for not holding it down. I look at it like this. Last time we seen Young Thug free, the nigga was wearing dresses, had lipstick, had his fingernail polish on, standing pigeon-toed, bow-legged. You mean to tell me this the dude who running everything? This the dude that had y'all doing all this crazy stuff against your will. I just don't believe it. So I see them taking plea deals, and now I got a question for Young Thug. What you gonna do? Because now I'm thinking Young Thug has no choice but to cop out. He got to own up to some of this. Not everything, but he got to try to make the best deal for himself. He needs to go to the prosecutors and say, all right, look, I'm done playing hardball. I'm coming to you on bended knee. I'm willing to cop out to some of this stuff. I'm willing to skip trial, plead out. Let me have some of my life back. If I can get out at 65 and I'm Young Thug, that's a hell of a deal. Because I'm looking at this RICO. I'm looking at this indictment. I'm looking at everybody that's willing to throw you under the bus. It don't seem like you have much options. Now, your dad feels different. Jeffrey Williams Sr., he did an interview and they asked him, What do you think should happen if Young Thug was offered a plea deal? And this is what he had to say. Y'all listen to this.
Thug take a plea if it's offered to one?
I can't answer that because I'm not him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not him. But what I can say to you to try to give you some insight of who I am and what I represent is I'm his father. My son is not guilty of a lot of things that these people probably saying about him.
Sir, they have evidence against your son. They have people willing to throw him under the bus and cooperate with the prosecutors to throw him in jail for life. What you mean he's not guilty? Now I get that's your son. I get that you're a dad and you're a little bit in denial, but Young Thug ain't no saint. They call him Thugger. He got Lil Wayne hit up. We remember Lil Wayne tour bus got hit up and Young Thug manager got arrested for that because he was rolling with Birdman. We all know what happened. Young Thug is guilty. I'm not even going to play that. Young Thug is innocent. He has no hope of beating this case. I'm not optimistic no more. At first I was. You asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have said, yeah, Young Thug's going to beat it, man. They ain't really got too much on Young Thug. Ain't nobody going to fold, but every day I wake up, somebody is copping a plea, somebody's agreeing to testify, and somebody have evidence against Young Thug that they gonna testify at trial that's gonna put him away. So yes, he's guilty. We're not gonna play that game. Young Thug is guilty as hell. Now I'm interested in how much time he gonna get. That's what I want to know, because I know he gonna be found guilty on some of these things. May not be all, but more than half of this stuff Young Thug will be found guilty on. I'm just interested in how much time is he gonna get? Because y'all keep talking about, man, Young Thug needs to cop out for 5 years. That ain't happening. It won't be a slime life for it. Young Thug will not get out before 2050. It is what it is. I'll be an old nigga by the time Young Thug get out. I'm young, I'm fresh right now. By the time Young Thug get released, I'm gonna have a cane in my hand. That's how long he's expected to get behind bars. I'm just being real. But let's continue.
And as a father, if they came to him with a plea deal and he left it up to me to give him their advice, I would tell him no.
That's bad advice as a father. Because I'm going to tell you straight up, if I'm Young Thug father and he's looking at all these charges, I see 9 co-defendants has decided to flip the script and work with the state to put him behind bars, I'm telling Young Thug, cop out. Take a plea deal. Ain't nobody else playing fair. Why should you? So you want to be looked as a real nigga. Yeah, Young Thug held it down. Young Thug didn't fold. What does that mean in the real world? You got kids. You had a fiance. What do they supposed to do? Because you chose to be a real nigga over being a father and a husband. And that's what hurts me the most. Because I feel like it's like this. Young Thug has good value in society. Whether you want to believe it or not, Young Thug free, he feeds a lot of people, he does a lot of good things, but he used this power for the wrong reason in some cases. Right. A lot of these YSL members, they starting to sound like groupies to me. They starting to sound like do-boys. It's a shame that when you're out in the free world, when you're out on the streets, you're growling at niggas, throwing up gang signs, talking about what you gonna do when you see me. It's on and popping you at the club. The moment you get arrested, you flip the script on the guy that was feeding you just to get a lighter sentence, like you had some value in society. That's what I don't like. I guarantee you, most of these dudes who are taking a plea deal, we gonna read about them committing another crime. I guarantee you, half of these guys will be back in the system. And they know that. So they can flip the script on Young Thug all they want. They can say Young Thug made me do it. Young Thug was the cause of my criminality. Young Thug is locked up. I'm going to see how y'all behave while he behind bars. If y'all guys out here committing crimes, then it wasn't Young Thug. It's a you problem. And you got to be held accountable for it. You can't get a get out of jail free card like the prosecutors in Atlanta is giving you guys. I don't like that at all. If we rolling with Young Thug, we high and mighty with him, we getting paper with him, we getting notoriety, then y'all got to be willing to hop on that ship and sink with them. That's how I feel about that. So as I sit back and I look at this case, the prosecutors are going to try to paint Young Thug as a killer, a gang leader, and a drug kingpin that forced the YSL members to commit crimes for him. And I don't think that's right. I think these guys was willing participants. I think Young Thug did have a hand in every crime that YSL committed. He was a rapper. He was running a record label. I refuse to believe that Young Thug had every hand in every crime that YSL committed. That's not even possible. So I think Young Thug is the scapegoat. I think many people is looking at this case saying, hey, I did this crime, but I do got some info on Young Thug I can get.
Yo, sign up to my man Cut to the Chase TV. Dropping that sauce. Real quick. Okay, that's what we're gonna do.
Number one focus is targeting gangs, and there's a reason for that. They are committing conservatively 75 to 80% of all of the violent crime that we are seeing within our community.
Be aware that you have the right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself while you are there, and anywhere else that you say can be used against you.
They pull up like right here. They was just shooting it like, sideways behind the car.
You better watch the way you breathe around me, for that breath be your last, boy. Smith & Wesson 45 put a hole in his heart, better not play with me. Killers, stay with me. I shot at his mommy, now he no longer mentioned me.
What the hell is going on with YSL? Why did y'all let Young Thug record that song? And why did y'all let him release it?
Social media is a wonderful tool for prosecutors in every indictment we bring nowadays.
What's up, fam? This your boy Cut to the Chase TV. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Be sure to share this video. I got some news for you niggas today. New details have emerged into the YSL RICO case after 9 co-defendants have taken a plea deal and basically blamed Young Thug for everything. They said he was the leader. They said he committed murders. They said he had trap houses. And now you even got one defendant saying Young Thug was a drug kingpin. Now we seen Antonio Sledge in court the other day. Young Thug top hitter. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Heavy nigga with a light voice. He in there sounding like Mike Tyson. He was so scared. And then we seen Young Thug right-hand man YSL Tick go to court and tell everything. This the same dude Young Thug was shot down in songs. Yo, Tick gon' flip you. Tick got the chopper. Tick gon' rob her. Tick gon' fold. Because when it's time to face the RICO, he told everything. We see him in court. Are you guilty? Yes. Did Young Thug do that? Yes. You know he was a snitch because the answers was too hard at the end of his answers. Did you commit this murder?
Number one focus is targeting.
Faced with a RICO, he folded. And not only did he just fold and agree to testify against Young Thug, he also agreed to submit phone evidence indicting Young Thug in criminal activities. He talked about murders. He talked about drug location. He gave the time. He gave the dates. Oh man, this is just bad. We got Tick in court and listen to everything he admitted to and everything he told the prosecutors. Let's go.
Mr. Stevens, if you could please state your true and correct legal name.
Trontavious Stevens.
And are you the same person referred to as Trontavious Stevens, also known as Tick and also known as Slug, on indictment 22 SC 183572?
Yes.
Do you also acknowledge that you were one of the founding members of Young Slime Life?
Yes.
You acknowledge that you are the same person referred to as Tick in the song by Young Thug entitled You, in the verse She Getting Robbed by Tick?
Yes.
Wait a minute. That's the dude that Young Thug is shouting out, talking about you get robbed by Tick, and then when he get arrested, he all in court singing, yes, yes. What's up with these dudes? Be masculine as hell on the street, growling at niggas, sending everybody across the street. The type of dude, when I see walking approach my car, I lock the door, but he get to court and they start singing. Now this is supposed to be a street dude. This is supposed to be Young Thug right-hand man, shot him out in every song. And he turned on Young Thug like this. Snitching or not, this is just sad. But let's continue.
You also acknowledge that on February 4th, 2021, you participated in a group chat with fellow YSL founder Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, and YSL associates Rooney Lee, aka Slime Life Shorty, wherein Jeffrey Williams stated, "YSL rule the world, kid. Y'all just start bringing me the money. Man, y'all stop playing with me." Do you acknowledge that?
Yeah.
So wait a minute. That is very interesting and very important. You remember Young Thug was in court a few weeks ago. His lawyer tried so hard to suppress the evidence. Y'all can't use this phone because the evidence was obtained illegally. Well, apparently now that doesn't even matter. Because YSL Chick was involved in them group chats, and now he's the state witness. It's over for Young Thug. It's over with. Your right-hand man turned on you like that. He's submitting phone evidence to the prosecutors. How the hell you gonna beat that? Even when that evidence is suppressed, they still got your right-hand man to testify against you, so it don't really even matter. At this point, Young Thug, just take the L. Save yourself. Hey, I admit to anything y'all want me to admit to. Just be leaning on me. I got a family. You should be trying to search for the best outcome possible. The time to look hard, the time to be mugging all that court, it's over with. If ain't nobody else keeping it real, why should you? That's how I'm looking at it. But let's continue.
Knowledge that on May 13, 2021, you participated in another group chat with fellow YSL founder Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, and YSL associates Martinez Arnold, Miles Farley, Quantavious Greer, Antonio Sumlin, Mooney Lee, where Jeffrey Williams asks, y'all ain't beat him up or shot him yet? Then states, y'all getting soft.
Yes.
They ain't getting soft. Them boys been soft. And now I gotta look at Young Thug. You supposed to be a gang leader. You supposed to be a boss. And you in the group chat talking about criminal activities with these guys? These supposed to be your hitters. They taking 15 years probation. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. YSL is a gang. I tell you everything. We throwing Young Thug under the bus. And the state is letting them do it. Everybody trying to say their own ass right now. Everybody has a family. And the sad thing about it, these dudes' family, we can sit on the internet and talk about they snitching, they are rats, they tattletelling, they ate the cheese. When freedom is on the line, you don't care about none of that. When you're looking at 50 years and you can take 12 years probation if you admit that YSL is a gang and offer testimony against Young Thug, oh, for real? I'm taking that in a heartbeat. It is what it is. That's what comes with bosses. It's good when you run an organization, but when everything falls down, it's coming right back on you. You're the scapegoat now. For many years, everybody else was the scapegoat. Everybody else was getting arrested when you was doing shows. You was making the Forbes list. Now everybody else is taking deals, and now you're the scapegoat. Don't feel too good doing your thing. But let's continue.
Acknowledge that the gas station at 151 Cleveland Avenue is a location where YSL associates sell drugs.
Yes.
That also the gas station at 221 Cleveland Avenue is a location where YSL associates sell drugs.
Yes.
Do you acknowledge?
So this dude is not only talking about murders, he's not only talking about Young Thug, he's indicting the whole YSL as drug dealers. He gave up 2 locations where they was trapping at. This is the weak link. Him and Antonio, I don't know which one's worse. They both are equally bad because they gonna put Young Thug away for a long time. Young Thug might fuck around, be 70 years old before he get out. Let's just be real. That's the best outcome at this point. If Young Thug get out and he's 73 years old, that was a good sentence. You made the best deal for yourself. Because all the evidence they got against you, soliciting murder, paying people for hits, this ain't no 5-year sentence. You ain't gonna get the Casanova deal. You're not gonna get Rollo deal. You was knee deep in it, and it saddens me because you was a millionaire. You had the ability to take care of your family, but you still wanted to be a hoodlum. You still wanted to be a thug. And one thing about Young Thug, can't nobody say he was a studio gangster. Can't nobody say he was fake. Can't nobody say he was phony. But look at what it all cost him. Just to be a real nigga. Young Thug a real street dude. Young Thug really about it. Yeah, now he in jail. Trying all the dresses you want. Paint your fingernails, stand pigeon-toed, stand bow-legged, all you want now, because you're going to be washing drawers in that sink. So there you have it. YSL Chick, a.k.a. Young Thug top hitter, is in jail singing, telling everything. He gave up drug location. He gave up murder. He gave up phone evidence. After this, I don't think I can believe rappers no more. I'm starting to hate rap. I've been trying to listen to it, but this has exposed the mindset of rappers, how fake and phony the dudes are around them. We've been hearing rappers rapping, little man don't play, he got the chopper, he gonna hit you in the back if you try to take my chain, shouting out all the killers, but when they go to court, they gonna turn you in for 10 years probation. They gonna testify against you for 20 years probation. So all you rappers, take heed. Take notes. While you think you surrounded by killers, I'm talking to you, Lil Durk. The moment that Rico come, they gonna throw you under the bus so they can go home to their family. Now I know some people are trying to make light of this whole situation. Well, maybe Young Thug telling them to take a plea deal. Maybe Young Thug is gonna take everybody charges so they can be free. What the hell sense does that make? Young Thug is the money maker. He's the one with the talent. If Young Thug gets life in prison, YSL goes down the drain. So why the hell would Young Thug take everybody charges just so they can be free? Them dudes broke his hair. They ain't got nothing to offer. I feel like they should take Young Thug charges and let Young Thug be free so he can be out making money and taking care of them while they in that situation, not the other way around. So that don't make sense at all. So all you street dudes, all you dudes growling at niggas on the sidewalk, talking about somebody do this to me, I'm a hit 'em. I want to be a gangster. Y'all throwing up gang signs. Y'all talking about I'm smoking on this pack, I'm smoking on that pack. I love my brothers. We gang. The moment you go to jail, the moment you face a Rico, your crew is turning on you. Yeah, it look good to be 20 deep when you in a music video. It looks real good. Y'all got the straps out. Y'all 20 deeps. Y'all.
Better watch myself here. Now.
Those looks like more of a guerrilla than you. Oye, Libertad. You looking for the legend?
Got some intel you could use.
They leave Ababa.
Hello, my friend.
And he's admitting that YSL associates told him about the murder. He said after they did it, they met at McDonald's and discussed it. He was there, and then they met at Young Thug house. Listen closely.
Of YSL. Number 9, on January the 10th, 2015, after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., defendant and other YSL associates gathered at the home of Jeffrey Williams, a.k.a. Young Thug, who gave defendant and other YSL associates cash money to lay low. Number 10, defendant has personal knowledge that on January 10, 2015, after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., YSL associates traveled to Miami, Florida with co-defendant and YSL founder Jeffrey Williams, a.k.a. Young.
You see why I say Young Thug is in trouble? This dude is too cold. He giving specific dates. He naming names. He talking about we flew to Miami. He is too specific. He's doing the state justice, and that is why Young Thug is not going to beat this case. You got somebody in YSL, not just saying y'all a gang, but he's also saying you're soliciting murder. He know who killed Nut. He know who killed YFN Lucci manager. He's saying all that, and they have the evidence. This is the key witness, and that's why he's finna get his life sentence. Pay attention.
Number 11, defendant did not murder Donovan Thomas Jr. and was not a party to the crime.
You see that? Spoken like a true snitch. Tell it on everybody. He did this, he did that. Young Thug did that, he paid us this. Just at the end to say, I had nothing to do with anything. I was just there. You can't knock him though, because look at it like this. Young Thug, that's who they want. It seems like with this case, all you have to do is implicate Young Thug in something and you get a plea deal. That gives you probation. And it seems like it jeopardizes and compromises the whole case. You mean to tell me all you have to do is say Young Thug did this, Young Thug did that, and you get 15 years probation for murder? What world are we living in? Now I get Young Thug is supposed to be the gang leader. I get Young Thug is supposed to be the ring leader. He's supposed to be ordering these hits. But these are still grown-ass men. Can't no other man make you do something you don't want to do. If you don't want to do something Young Thug tell you to do, walk away. It's that simple. So I think these guys got to be held accountable, and I don't think probation for soliciting murder is being held accountable. That's a slap on the wrist. He got off light because the state wants Young Thug, and that's what all these defendants know. I can do anything, I can admit to anything, as long as I say Young Thug was there. As long as I say Young Thug was in on it, I'm gonna get probation. And I just don't like that. And I'm mad at Antonio Sledge. Y'all see the way this dude look? He way too damn big to be doing all that telling. He is too big to be snitching. Now, I'm not saying jail is meant for anybody, but looking at him, he fits the physical description of a man that can withstand the harsh conditions of jail. Now, if I do the snitching, if I fall, y'all be like, yeah, Cut ain't really built like that. I can see Cut take the snitching. But this dude, he got the physical description of a prisoner. Wide neck, about the size of my thigh. Broad shoulders. So for him to flip like that, I was surprised. He all in court, yes ma'am, voice got light. That's the same type of dude that you will see growling at niggas on the street. But he get in front of that judge, yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. Watch this video.
Mr. Sledge, has your attorney advised you of the minimum and maximum sentence for each charge that you are pleading guilty to today?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that the minimum sentence for conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act is 5 years and the maximum is 20 years in prison?
Yes, ma'am.
See, that's the type of stuff I don't like. Street dudes, when they on the street, you can't bump into them, you can't step on their shoe, you can't knock a drink out their hand. That might just cost you your life. But when they get in trouble, when they stand in front of the judge, hands are folded, they looking, they sitting upright, head up high. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Also, they start sounding like Mike Tyson. Voice get real light. I don't like that at all. I got a problem with street dudes. If you're going to be street, if you're going to be in the real world talking about F12, I expect you to go to court and have that same energy. But a lot of y'all be code switching. Just being real. Let's continue.
You understand that the sentence for violation of count 30 of this indictment, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, as in OCGA 1611-133, is 15 years in prison.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that this is a negotiated plea of guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all see her? She said, you understand that this is a negotiated plea of guilty. That means you got certain conditions you got to abide by. We want to see you at trial for Young Thug. You're going to tell us everything you know. You're going to get on that stand and you're going to put Young Thug away for life, and we're going to give you 15 years probation. Do you understand that, Mr. Sledge? And you hear him happy. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Like with Gunner, he kind of had shame in his voice. He didn't really want to be in court. He knew what he was doing was wrong. But I think this dude think he's doing a good deed. Better Young Thug than me? That's the way he's looking at it. He don't feel no remorse. He ain't thinking, yes, his mind is made up. If I'm going to tell, I'm going to be the best damn snitch in the world. And that's the mindset you see on camera. So let's continue.
Which means that the state will recommend to the court the following sentence.
Yes, ma'am.
As to count 1.
Look, she ain't said nothing. She said the court will recommend the following sentence. He's so used to saying yes, ma'am, and kissing ass. He said yes, ma'am, when she wasn't even talking. See what I'm talking about? Street dudes get the jail.
The streets is a myth.
And their whole attitude changed.
Yep.
That's why I got a problem with it. If you got enough sense how to act in court, then you should have enough sense on how to act in the street. How not to be waving firearms around. How not to be inflicting damage on people.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all got
yes, ma'am.
every time y'all go to court.
Y'all
know right from
yes,
wrong.
ma'am.
Y'all know how to comprehend. So act like that in the real world. Can you please do that? And turn your sledge. When you get these little years of probation, I don't think you'll be back in jail. Because I've seen you got some goddamn sense. But let's continue.
15 years to serve on probation subject to the special conditions contained in the plea agreement that I have in my hand that I will show you in just a moment.
Damn shame. Got in trouble. They had the evidence against him. And all because he implicated Young Thug. All because he agreed to testify against Young Thug, they gave him 15 years probation. Now I got a question for everybody in the audience. Do you think he's going to be back in jail? Do you think he's going to violate the probation? I'm willing to bet $10,000 on my own money. He's going to be back in jail. Because I'm sure going to keep up with him. You did all this stitching. You did all this telling. I want to see how your life is going to turn out. High profile case. Put away a great rapper. Because I'm telling you guys, Young Thug is finished. He's not beating. This took the nail in the coffin. Antonio Sledge is a man who witness. He got inside knowledge. And he might have been the informant the whole time. That's what I'm thinking.
Why is so
I'm kind of thinking Antonio Sledge was their informant, and he's the reason why they got this whole goddamn Rico in the first place. That's just suspicious. Now, it's interesting, Antonio Sled took a plea deal, got 15 years probation. He's going to testify against their love. But those two other dudes that was in court today, they rejected the plea deal. They were looking at 15 years probation. They rejected the plea deal. Then they taking 50 years in prison. Damn. So I got a question. Is that a smart move? If you're looking at 15 years probation and you can get out of jail today, would you take the plea deal? Or would you say, let's go to trial? I'm going to face for 50 years. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm telling you, I'm accepting my plea deal. I'll think about all the other stuff later, but my main priority is to get out. And that should have been their main priority. But these two dudes think they're going to get some type of credit. Oh, y'all real dudes, y'all real niggas. We don't forget about y'all. Y'all not famous. I already forgot y'all name. If I knew y'all name, I'd say it. That's how stupid that decision was. You got me reporting on it, and I don't even know y'all name. Didn't bother to look it up. Didn't bother to care, because you guys are not famous. So if you get found guilty, and you looking at 50 years, I don't want to see you guys passing out. I don't want to see you guys fainting. I don't want to see you guys grabbing the guard legs. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. You should have took the plea deal, but you wanted to be a real nigga, so you rejected it. And we going to see how this play out. Because the judge was looking like, damn, y'all rejected it. Or you guys, now you know, if you take it to trial, we're going to give y'all the max sentence of 50 years. The moment
the judge was like, what the fuck? Look here, niggas. What?
That's all. That's what I would have did. So they don't get no brown points. They get stupid points from me. Anyway, those are my thoughts on this whole situation. I want to know how you guys feel about it. Do you think Young Thug will get life in prison, or do you still feel optimistic that Young Thug is going to beat this case, even though the 7th co-defendant has agreed to a plea deal and will testify against Young Thug? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Share this video. I love you guys. Peace.
My number one focus is targeting gangs, and there's a reason for that. They are committing conservatively 75 to 80% of all of the violent crime that we are seeing within our communities.
But be aware that you have the right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself like you are there and anywhere else, and things you say can be used against you.
They pull up like right here. They was just shooting it like, sideways behind the car.
You better watch the way you breathe around me, for that breath be your last, boy. Smith & Wesson 45 put a hole in his heart, better not play with me. Killers, stay with me. I shot at his mommy, now he no longer mentioned me.
What the hell is going on with YSL? Why did y'all let Young Thug record that song? And why did y'all let him release it?
Social media is a wonderful tool for prosecutors in every indictment we bring nowadays.
What's up, fam? It's your boy, Cut to the Chase TV. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Be sure to share this video. I got some news for you niggas today. New details have emerged into the YSL Rico case after footage surfaced of Young Thug breaking down in court after hearing new evidence against him. And I got the video. So I'm going to play it for you guys. We're going to watch you react to it. And then I'm going to come back and tell you guys the real reason why Young Thug broke down. Let's go.
Specifically about your interaction and what information you've been able to obtain about the group called Young Slide.
I've been able to obtain information on members, leadership, the way that they operate, crimes that they have committed, rivalries that they have, alliances that they have, ongoing.
Y'all see Young Thug breaking down in court? It seems like he is having a nervous breakdown. I can next court day, he gonna have some type of outburst. He gonna pass out. He gonna do something crazy. Cause I'm looking at him. He's not well, and I don't blame him. It's only so long you can play the poker face. Every time he shows up to court, hear about his co-defendants getting plea deals. Hear about the prosecutor saying he's the gang leader. They want to sentence him to max. So he's looking around like, who's really here for me? And I think today, he just had enough. It's like he's gonna pass out. I know it was me. If I was in his position, had millions of dollars, had influence, taking care of the family, and now they trying to take my life away, I might just go into diabetic shock. I'm just being real with you niggas on that. I'm fainting, I'm passing out, I'm yelling and screaming. Every time I show up to court, they're going to have to wheel me in a wheelchair because I'm not showing up to court willingly when I know odds are stacked against me. And I'm going to tell you what Young Thug's real problem is. He didn't think Fat Meat was green. He didn't think the charges was serious until he heard that middle-aged white woman say the evidence. You know how niggas is. That middle-aged white detective is our kryptonite. We can't get rid of them. We can't beat them. They always get us to confess, and they always get us to break down. I'm going to tell you what Young Thug was thinking, like all niggas do. We get arrested. They charge us with something. They want to interrogate us. They send the blackmail detective in there. We could simply have lied. Hey, man, I ain't telling you nothing. Get out my face. I'm real nigga. I ain't doing none of that. So he leaves the room. Then they send the black woman detective in there. We cuss her ass out too. Get out my face, ma'am. I ain't telling you nothing. And then they send the white male detective. Hey, little peanut. You're in big trouble, sir. You tell us what you know? We almost confessed here. We got it. I was there. Oh, you was? So what really happened? I can't tell you. So then they send the middle-aged white female detective in, and niggas always confess. We can't help it. We be trying to hold out, but that middle-aged white detective always wins. Who's in the first 28? I be rooting for the criminals. Hey, man, don't tell. They send the middle-aged detective in there. Miss Tabitha, she gonna get that confession. It goes like this. Hey, Peanut, your name is coming up quite a bit, so what's really going on? Tell us what you know. Help yourself. I know you're not that type of guy, Peanut, but everybody is saying you was on the scene, so let us know what really happened. Tell your side of the story. Little Peanut rocket back and forth. Miss Tabitha, I killed him. I didn't need to know. And it ain't just that. Tabitha's so good. That white middle-aged detective is so good. They got niggas confessing about crimes we didn't even know about. And I killed J-Dog back in 2013 with Tabitha. So she got 2 for 1. She leaves the room. They high-five back and forth. So that is what Young Thug just realized. Because I'm going to tell you this. They say Young Thug is a gang leader. And when you're an urban gang leader, the last person you expect to know the ins and outs of your gang is the middle-aged white woman. I'm just being real with you. Let's continue the video.
Issues that they have within the community and things of that nature.
And how have you been able to obtain that information?
Both between in-person interviews as well as evidence that's been recovered during investigations.
Y'all hear that? They asked that white lady, how did she obtain the information? She said, in-person interview. She said she could tell you how YSL started. She could tell you who started it. She could tell you when it was started. She could tell you all the members. She could tell you their alliances. She could tell you their robberies. She could tell you every crime they committed. Damn. It's over for Young Thug. And everybody's talking about who's telling. Everybody's talking about who's snitching. Who's taking the plea deal. I'm thinking deeper than that because for her to have all this evidence, it had to be an informant working with them like everybody was free. See, we only paying who got the plea deal. They all got arrested, but I think it was an informant in YSL way before the RICO came out, and that's how they got all the information. So I look at Young Thug. He's in court. He's breaking down. It's not looking too good. Everybody's getting a plea deal. It's audio of people saying, we want to lick it. We don't care about everybody else. We give everybody a plea deal. We want Young Thug, and we want to sentence us to the max. We ain't offering no plea deal because we got 300 witnesses. So I think Young Thug see that. He hear that. 300 witnesses against me. Gunner folded. Slum like Shawty folded. Lil Duke folded. Even my brother folded. Even he took a plea deal and say he's willing to testify against me. I know these courts saying that Young Thug told his brother to take the plea. I don't believe that. If y'all believe that, y'all are fools. That's not how the streets work. It ain't, I get caught, I take all the charges, you take care of the outside world while I do all this. No. Because Young Thug is looking at it like this. I'm the star player. I'm the most important one. I'm the most valuable one. If I'm free, the value of YSL goes up. If I'm behind bars, we lose everything. So hell no, I ain't telling my brother to take a plea deal. If anything, I need my brother to take these charges because if I'm free, if I beat the case, I can feed the family, I can take care of his kids, I can take care of my kids. But if I spend all my money fighting this case and my brother take a plea deal, who the hell his broke ass don't take care of? So that's how Young Thug looking at it, and that's how I'm looking at it as well. So no, I don't think Young Thug told his brother to take the plea deal. I think his brother was just looking out for himself. Think about it. Young Thug is a gang leader, allegedly. They got him high on the totem pole. They got his brother, they got Gunna. They all called flunkies. They ain't really got no rank in the game. They did little petty stuff. They really had 5 years the most. So they gave you boys probation. That's how I'm looking at it. So Young Thug brother was like, hey, F it. That's my brother. I'm taking the plea deal. Yeah, we a gang. Gunna said we a gang. Something like Charlie said we a gang. Lil Duke said I'm gonna say we a gang. So how Young Thug look like rolling up in court and saying, hey, we ain't no gang when all your co-defendants admitted to you being a gang. That's a crime in itself. So yeah, I do agree with everybody that Gunna, Slime Life Shawty, his brother, Lil Duke, they all threw him under the bus. But to be honest, them admitting that YSL is a gang is the least of Young Thug's problems. Because Young Thug is facing murder charges, conspiracy charges. He gotta fight those. Those are the most important charges. So I don't think Gunna gonna testify. I don't think Slime Like Shorty will testify. I don't think they're gonna get called in. But I do think YFN Lucci is gonna testify. Because he ain't built for jail. He facing a whole RICO himself. Y'all see the way YFN Lucci been looking in jail? He been moaning, oh, I'm fearing for my life. He's not built for jail. So I think he's willing to do anything to try to get leverage in his case. He's going to pay Young Thug out to be a monster. He's going to pay Young Thug out to be a stalker. And he has evidence based on social media, based on Instagram. Young Thug was threatening YFN Lucci every other day. He was stalking him, taking a picture of his car. Yak Gotti took a picture standing on his car for an album cover. So YFN Lucci does have the right to say, hey, he shot my mom. He allegedly killed my manager. He tried to get me taken out in jail. This is the same guy who was threatening me on the streets. This is the same guy that had me fearing for my life. That's why I had to pack a pistol. That's why I had to get some get back. Please, Your Honor, take light into my sentence. This is the guy y'all paying to be a monster. That's who I was dealing with every day. I had no choice but to fight back. I think that's the route YFN Lucci gonna take. And if you be honest with you, that's a smart route. He done made people sympathetic toward him. Everybody saying Young Thug is a monster. Everybody saying he's a gang leader. But on the other hand, people also are saying YFN Lucci is the gang leader of YFN. Yeah, it does seem like Young Thug got the best of him. It does seem like YSL will put that work in, but every time YFN Lucci tried to fight back, he ended up getting arrested. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on this whole situation. But I want to know how you guys feel about it. Do you think Gunna will get called to testify? Do you think YFN Lucci gonna testify in Young Thug case? I do. If he's smart, he would. He gotta use leverage somehow. He is desperate to get out. He still got a long life to live. Young Thug is finished. I don't see no way out. I don't see him offering no plea deal under 20 years. I'm just being real with you things on that. He is cooked. 300 witnesses. Your own co-defendant saying we was a gang. What else did they admit to? What else are they willing to admit to? That's the better question. Anyway, guys, I'm up out of here. I love you guys. Peace.
My number one focus is targeting gangs. And there's a reason for that. They are committing conservatively 75 to 80% of all of the violent crime that we are seeing within our community.
But be aware that you have the right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself while you are there and anywhere else in case they can be used against you.
They pull up like right here. They was just shooting it like, sideways behind the car.
You better watch the way you breathe around me, for that breath be your last, boy. Smith & Wesson 45 put a hole in his heart, better not play with me. Killers, stay with me. I shot at his mommy, now he no longer mentioned me.
What the hell is going on with YSL? Why did y'all let Young Thug record that song? And why did y'all let him release it?
Social media is a wonderful tool for prosecutors in every indictment we bring nowadays.
What's up, fam? This your boy, Cut to the Chase TV. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and be sure.
I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on, real quick.
I got some news for you niggas today. New details have emerged into the YSL RICO case after it was revealed that YFN Lucci is actually a key witness in Young Thug's trial. Now, this don't surprise me at all. Every time a witness is revealed, many people act outraged about it. Many people act surprised. Many people start talking about the street code. And this is a prime example that the streets are a myth. It only operates when you're in that street life. But when you're behind bars, every man is for themselves, including YFN Lucci. Now we know YFN Lucci and Young Thug had a heated robbery. Real beef. This ain't no rap beef. This rap beef is when you catch a rapper in the club, y'all throw bottles at each other, y'all might smack each other, then y'all go about y'all business. Y'all go to the radio station, y'all do interviews about it, but nobody actually gets hurt. YFN Lucci and Young Thug is way different than that. It's real beef. Bloodshed on both sides. And it seems like Young Thug got the best of them. Now everybody said YFN Lucci, you're supposed to be a street dude. That ain't the code. You should cooperate. You shouldn't work with the state to put Young Thug behind bars. That's the way you operate. That's the way us civilians look at street dudes. We kind of got a bigger than life picture amongst them. But I've been around them all my life. This is exactly how they operate. You mean to tell me Young Thug is facing a RICO case and I can help out? Maybe for a lighter sentence on my end because I'm facing my own RICO case? Maybe if I paint Young Thug into a bad light. Maybe if I make him seem like a monster. Maybe if I make it seem like I was traumatized by Young Thug. Maybe y'all show me sympathy when y'all sentence me in my RICO case. That's exactly how it works. Because we all know what Young Thug was doing to YFN Lucci. It's well documented. Y'all remember when they both was out? Young Thug was stalking YFN Lucci. Young Thug was threatening him on Instagram. Look at this Instagram post Young Thug made about YFN Lucci when they both was free. Hold on. Boom. This is a post by Young Thug on Instagram. YFN Lucci, if I ain't like what you do for your mother and kids, I would have been killed you. With the laughing emoji. So we seen Young Thug post that. And Young Thug is crazy as hell. There's no doubt in my mind Young Thug means every bit of that. And let's look at this other post by Young Thug. He took a picture of YFN Lucci car, posted it on Instagram and said, nice car. So it shows that you were stalking YFN Lucci. It shows that you was bullying him. And it shows that you were striking fear in YFN Lucci. So YFN Lucci sees all that. He knows it's all on the internet. So, of course, he's going to try to score a deal with the prosecution by working with the state to paint Young Thug in a bad light. Because let's be real. The states want Young Thug more than they want YFN Lucci. Now, we know YFN got their own RICO case. And that's why I say Young Thug was stupid. YFN got arrested first. And even when YFN Lucci was in jail fighting a RICO case, Young Thug still ordered somebody in the jail to kill YFN Lucci. Now, Young Thug, that wasn't smart at all. Because you should have known, if YFN is facing a RICO case, and I'm the number one rival, then the police have been watching me as well, so I'm about to be facing a RICO case. But none of that came into the equation. Young Thug just wasn't thinking. So you go out here, you kill YFN Lucci manager, you brag about it, you shoot YFN Lucci mom, and then you go on a song and rap about it. Let's take a listen to that song.
Mr. Williams got into a beef, if you will, with another rapper by the name of Rayshawn Bennett, also known as YFN Lucci. At some point, Lucci's mother was shot at, and the song comes out with Bad Boy that says, let's see, you better watch the way you breathe around me, for that breath be your last boy. Smith & Wesson 45 put a hole in his heart, better not play with me. Killers, stay with me. I shot at his mommy, now he no longer mentioned me.
So, of course, you got a white man rapping your lyrics, and he knows you shot YFN Lucci mom, so they got that as evidence against you. So, of course, they only gonna call YFN Lucci. YFN Lucci, your mom was shot, who do you think did it? YFN Lucci, why did you think he did it? And what evidence do you have to support that claim? And YFN Lucci gonna take that stand. He gonna be like, your son is a monster. He traumatized me. He killed my manager. He shot my mom twice. He tried to get me hit up in jail. This is the man I was facing on the street. Please show me sympathy. I felt like I had nowhere to go. I had to fight back, but it was all in self-defense. I've been running for my life. That was the route Young YF and Lucci gonna take. And I don't blame him. And I also think Young Thug should take a plea deal, but the state is not offering Young Thug a plea deal, and I'll tell you why. They got plenty of evidence on Young Thug. They trying to get Young Thug the maximum sentence. We heard the prosecution what they said. They said we got 300 witnesses lined up to testify against Young Thug. How the hell is that even possible? Young Thug, high profile rapper.
Get out of here, now! Wow.